Jason.
Yes, Mac.
Kieran Culkin is returning to Broadway. That's our first Hot Topic, brought to you by Walton Arts Center.
Let's do this.
So yeah, the actor's heading back to the main stem in a new revival of Glengarry Glen Ross, set to begin performances on March 10th, ahead of its March 31st opening at the Palace Theater in New York City. And when he was asked about his return to Broadway, Culkin said that he was looking forward to it, but was experiencing some nerves, saying, quote, "I wonder if it's excitement. That's what's going through my body. Yeah, there's nerves, I guess, but I'm not paying attention." He adds that he's just trying not to worry, noting that everything he needs to be successful in the role is already on the page.
Yeah.
I wonder, I did not realize that he had been on Broadway before.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess if you're in New York, you're used to seeing different stars on Broadway, but I think I would just be like,
oh man, yeah, no, totally.
you know?
Yeah, and what a star, you know. He's going through a big moment right now for him in his career.
Yeah.
So this is huge for him to be joining this cast. Glengarry Glen Ross, what an amazing script. And like he said, everything he needs is right there on the page. Hey. He waved at me.
Up, Jason. And you know what they say? He wets the bed.
That's what they say. That's right. Well, stick with some celebrity news. Christina Ricci's daughter has a special name for her mom, and it's not what you might think. The actress appeared on the Drew Barrymore show yesterday and shared that although her 3-year-old daughter Cleopatra and her 10-year-old son Freddie are siblings, they differ in a very funny way. As she talked about how her son likes to spend time with her and wants to be close to home, Ricci shares that her daughter, quote, is very independent. She said, "She calls me Christina. This one time in the middle of the night, she woke up. I heard her go, 'Mama, Daddy,' and then I heard, 'Christina!'" I was like, oh my God. I jumped out of bed. I felt like I was being yelled at. So there is something about using that first name, that proper first name, that'll get you.
You know, when my mom is being ridiculous, I'll call her Deborah.
Right.
But do your kids ever go, "All right, Jason"?
Yes, all the time. Actually, my son uses my middle name to reprimand me. He calls me Paul. That's my middle name. And I'm like, I don't know where you got this from, but that's what he uses
From
when he
now
wants to
on,
get at
if
me.
you're ridiculous, listen, Paul.
Yes.
What have you done with Jason?
Yes, exactly.
Keep him at bay.
Keep him at bay because we like Paul better
I
than
like
Jason.
Paul way better.
Yes, I know.
That's hilarious. Well, Rebecca Black is celebrating the 14th anniversary of her viral hit 2011 song, Friday. Now, I had to tell you what this was.
I did not know this song. I'm sorry I missed this cultural touchstone.
It's okay. So the singer-songwriter marked the milestone by pointing out that the song is now older than she was at the time of its release. So yesterday she went on X and said, "Girl, this video officially older than I was when it dropped." And then she called herself an old hag, which I don't know how I feel about that because she's 27 and I'm 30. So I'm like, okay, I'm not an old hag.
I got you both beat.
Well, old hags.
Yeah, I know. You can call me an old hag. It's fine.
Now, in 2011, this is so crazy. So she was 13 years old, right, when the song came out, and she was met with so much online hatred from listeners. People even sent her death threats over this song. Now, I mean, look, it's not a Grammy Award-winning song, but it rose her to fame. She was in Katy Perry's "Thank God It's Friday" or Friday Night music video.
Friday night.
Deep. Yeah. So I mean,
Yes, we know the lyrics.
Oh, bless her heart, though. But I mean, 14 years. Congrats,
14
Rebecca.
years. I mean, that's a milestone. Hey, celebrate. You know,
Celebrate.
That's cool. Don't that's you.
That's you.
We shouldn't.
Come out with
pretend like
Friday
it's
now.
something
Next.
it's not. That's
Maybe
right.
she'll come up with Saturday night. Now that she's an old hag.
Saturday night.
Eat dinner at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Be
Go to
in bed by 8
8:30. Yes, totally. Well, Frankie Muniz is sharing his honest opinion on his titular character, Only Malcolm in the Middle. The actor starred in that 2000 sitcom for all 7 seasons, and he recently spoke about the show's upcoming revival ahead of the 25th anniversary later this year. Although the series ended in 2006, Muniz says it wasn't until 8 years ago that he and his wife, Paige, finally watched all the episodes. And he realized Malcolm wasn't that great of a guy. He said, "She looked at me at the very end and she goes, 'You weren't acting at all. You are literally Malcolm.'" And I'm like, I don't know how to take that because Malcolm sucked. He was the worst character on the show. I don't know about that, Frankie. I mean, there were some great moments for the character on that show. But.
Oh, I would imagine, though, that, like, watching yourself, though, you'd be like, oh, shut up.
Especially watching the younger you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to think about how I was 10 years ago.
I don't want to think about that.
I don't want to think about me 10 years ago.
That's so funny.
I don't know that we would have been friends. Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Oh, man. Okay, this is actually really insane. Now,
Yeah,
Christy Carlson Romano, the former Disney Channel star, she's recovering after being shot accidentally in the eye during her husband's birthday celebrations. Now, she's okay, but the former Disney Channel star was shot this past Friday while shooting clay pigeons as part of her husband's birthday present. And she said, quote, "So I got shot in the eye. It was not fun, but she assured her fans that she is now safe." She also took a moment to thank first responders and medical staff for their help, as well as her husband, who immediately sprung into action and rushed her to the hospital. Now, the crazy thing about this, I saw this on social media. She said that she still has fragments in her face.
Yeah.
They can't safely surgically remove it yet, so they're just monitoring her. But she just went on to say how thankful she is to just be alive.
You know, that's interesting, and I've heard that those pellets they sort of travel.
Yeah.
Right? They don't stay in the same place. That's why they need to keep monitoring it, because if
Yeah.
it comes into a place where it could interfere with her health, they'll need to figure out
I
a way to get
know.
those out of there.
I'm
So,
glad she's okay,
glad
and I
she's
hope
okay.
she stays okay.
Certainly. Switching gears to maybe some good news here. Tia Booth, who first stole hearts on The Bachelor and then later appeared on Bachelor in Paradise, has officially welcomed baby number 2 with her husband, Taylor Mock. Taylor, a construction manager, and Tia got engaged in 2022 and tied the knot last year. The couple, now proud parents of 2 under 2, shared their exciting news on social media with adorable first photos and their baby girl featured right there. Congrats to that growing family. Love to see it.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
New life,
New
always
life.
very
New-
exciting.
new baby news.
2 under 2.
That's a busy household.
That's a busy house.
Yes.
Well, now sticking with some baby news, a rare baby silvered langur is making its debut in the Bronx Zoo in New York City. So the baby was born in November and still has his little orange-colored hair, but within 3 to 5 months, he's going to mature and develop into a silvery gray coat like his parents. The Bronx Zoo has one of the largest breeding populations of silvered langurs in North America, and there have been over 100 born at the Bronx Zoo since 1985. This little guy does not have a name yet, but I'm already going to name him Cutie Tootie Booty.
Yeah,
that's his
totally.
name.
Look at that thing.
Look at him, he's a
I mean,
little.
there's something about those little baby, and we have a baby coming up in a
We
later
do have a
segment as
baby
well, little
coming
baby
up.
puppy. So,
And you know,
man,
I'm
look
just
at
going to
that.
say it. Looking at little animal tushies,
yes.
it's so darn cute. Look at his little tushy. I love him.
Oh man, yes, absolutely
What a good
adorable.
day.
I love it.